Others do much worse than I. Why should I change my life while others don't? Whatever I could do wouldn't change a thing. So I should walk everywhere while the industry doesn't do anything. If I don't fly to another country for vacation, somebody else is going to do it. It's not us individuals with cars, it's the cargo ships and airplanes that do the damage. If we individual people change, it won't change a thing. The industry is the baddie in this story. Those, my friends, are excuses. It's a way of pushing guilt from one person to another. And this, yes, this won't do a fucking thing. Hello and welcome to this new little video here on my channel. This video is going to be about sustainability, the environment, climate change, zero waste, fair trade and all of that. It is a bit off topic, I know, but it's something that interests me a lot currently, so I just decided I'm going to make a video about that. Even if you don't like it, what would you do? Unsubscribe? Please don't unsubscribe. I definitely don't want to talk about the whys and how and if. I'm not making this video to convince you all that all of this is real. So this video isn't dedicated to those of you who don't believe in climate change. Instead, this video is dedicated to those of you who don't know where to start. To those who think that changes that they could do won't do anything. And to those who probably are a bit scared of changing anything about how they live because they fear that it would come with too much of compromises, so they lose all the living comfort. Let's start off with compromises and the loss of comfort. The biggest part of my life, I wasn't much interested in living a sustainable life. I knew probably would be better for the world, but why should I fucking care? I don't know why and how, but I changed. The environment, climate change, sustainability, my little impact on our big world, and all of that is something that interests me quite a lot. And even crazy stuff like zero waste, even though I'm quite far away of that. I read myself into it, watch documentaries, check the facts and whatsoever. My goal is not to switch my life around by 180 degrees within the next seconds, because I know I can't and it won't work for long, so I make small changes every once in a while. What I'm already doing? Let me tell you. I use regular cotton-made kitchen towels, producing less waste, spending less money, and also watching a documentary about paper towels a few weeks ago. You probably don't want to use them afterwards. They are practical and easy to use, but also bad for your health, and despite the fact that they are made of paper, still waste is being produced. I don't remember when I bought that box, probably a year ago. I will use them until they are empty and then not buy new ones. By default, I'm one of those who don't like it when it's getting hot in here, so I use my heater less, as someone else probably. Now, being a bit more attentional, I would rather put on a sweater if necessary. I said I would put on a sweater. Making sure I turn off the light whenever I don't need it. This one is an easy one. Less light usage, it's less expensive, less energy that gets produced. It's good. Also worth mentioning is that I try to not use any kind of liquid shampoo, not for the hair, not for the body. I go with a special kind of soap that is not wrapped in plastic, also doesn't have like microplastic in it. I also try to eat less meat. I try to be as much vegetarian as I can, and whenever I do buy meat, I make sure I get it from a proper butcher and that it's high quality. And also grocery shopping, especially when it comes to vegetables and fruits, I make sure that I don't buy them when they are wrapped in plastic. I mean, it's just like all fruits, all vegetables, they usually have a skin that protects them and they don't need a plastic wrapping. Yeah, worth mentioning. So as you can see, many of these changes are just changes in behavior. They don't compromise your living comfort and you really don't lack of anything. Knowing where to start. Do it like I did. Read yourself into it. Just Google it, you will find thousands of websites who talk all about this in detail, why it's important, and give you little tricks and tips to get you started. Take notes along the way, what you want to try out. Try it out, implement it to your life, and move on to further steps. This one is for those of you who say that climate change is a fault by the industry and not the average consumer. I know what you mean, I really do, because it isn't you who flies the plane with the coffee beans to resellers all over the world. But it is you who makes the industry doing it. Think about it. The industry is working for us because it depends on us. The average consumer, they want to make money and they get it from us. If we all go grocery shopping and buy lots and lots of coffee, the supermarket will order more of that from the industry. That means more gets planted and farmed, or in other words, produced and flown or shipped to the grocery shops around the world. And this goes for everything: coffee, clothes, cars, furniture, whatever you could think of. So if we stop buying, or at least dialing down the consume of the things that are not regional to wherever we are in the world, the industry notices that and needs to adapt. We need to understand that even something small, seemingly unimportant, like buying a bag of coffee beans or an avocado or furniture or cars or clothes, all of that can have a very big and bad impact on our environment. Of course, talking about like the entire world, like all of us. It's like we don't talk about one individual here, we talk about all of us. Fair trade, the environment, waste production, and in the long run, climate change. This is all badly impacted by the way that we consume and live. And in the same way, small, little, seemingly unimportant changes to our behavior, to the way we consume, can have a very big impact in the long run as well. But for good. Those who fight. For the last chapter of this video, I want to turn to those of you who demonstrate, those who fight for change, those who take all this very, very seriously. What you are doing is important. Keep fighting, keep talking, and keep reminding the world, because we human as a species, I think, we tend to forget things quite easily. And I know the world, the people, and the industry, and our behaviors and the way we consume should have changed completely yesteryear, like 10, 20, 30, 40 years in the past. Or in the best way, shouldn't even have gotten to the point that we are in right now. And I know it would be better if the world would now change completely within the time of my fingers snapping. But this is unrealistic. Expecting people to change this fast and this drastically, especially when it comes to behaviors that they were born with, that they grew up with and they lived by for the last 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, whatever years, depends on how old they are, is pointless. Walking up to someone and telling them that they are stupid and whatever they did for the last whatever years was wrong and stupid and that they are old and don't know shit. You can't expect them then to say, yes, the fella just screaming at me all these bad things is right. I'm changing now. When it comes to us, the little average customer and consumer, I think it's a better way to talk easy, to give motivation, knowledge and inspiration. And that's what I stupid, unimportant, uninformed, and especially unnecessary little fucker here on YouTube tries to do with this little video. Do I live a sustainable life? No, nowhere near. Knowing me or watching my videos, following me on Instagram, whatever, you can see and you can notice all sorts of things that I do, buy and use that aren't environmentally friendly. Just to give you 3 examples, I smoke, I order food online way too often, and if I want to visit my parents, them living 400 kilometers away from Munich, I would always rent a car rather than using the train. So as you can see, I don't do all of what I could yet. I don't do enough, but I do something and I'm willing to change. And I don't say this because I just want to feel better with myself. I say it because I mean it. I know these little changes in my life won't bring the big impact by themselves. But let me say this. No, you know what? Let's end the video right here. Let's end this video on a very cheesy little sentence. It's not that big of a deal for you as you might think. But if we all do it just a little bit, it's a big deal for our world. Bye.
Pizza delivery, buongiorno.
Oh, hello, my name's Simon. I want to order a pizza margherita.
Sì, insalata mista as well, signore.
Yeah, insalata mista would be nice. I'll take one of those.
Why do you want a salad?
What do you mean? Why?
I'm just wondering.
Why I want a salad? Well, I don't know, I just feel like having a salad.
It's much healthier than the pizza, so why?
Well, I don't care if it's healthier than the pizza. I want to... You offered me... I just want to have a pizza and a salad.
Are you sure, eh?
Yeah.
Beer?
No, I don't want a beer.
Stupido, why don't you want a beer, huh?
Because I don't like beer. Why do we have a discussion about what I want to order? This isn't even a real conversation. I'm just pretending to order a pizza for a YouTube video.
Hey, YouTube, I don't know what to do now.
I don't care, just pretend delivering it. Hung up.